Good morning, BGT community. I am Crypto Billy. This is your motivational mindset on your drive to work or wherever you may be. I want to give you some motivation and some coaching to help you get to the next level. It's only going to be 5 to 8 minutes, and I hope it helps you. Today we're going to be talking about character. Character is very important. However, we diminish it here in this great country, the United States of America, which I love deeply, and I served for 10 years, proving my service. I love our country and I love America. But we are a capitalistic country, which is great, but what does that really mean? It means that we follow the money. That means all the advertising you see is about purchasing. It's about purchasing. So we've been conditioned to follow the money. That is why instinctively what we do is we listen to billionaires. We're interested in billionaires with 1 million subscribers, and we're interested. And we're really interested in them because, hey, they've made $1 billion. They must know what they're talking about. But does it mean they're good people? Does it mean that they have high character? I always find that very fascinating because I personally have learned that I would rather follow someone with 10 followers and high character and high morals and highly regarded values that align with mine than their bank account. I don't care about their bank account. I don't care if you're a billionaire. If you do not have high character, if you do not conduct yourself in a manner that proves to me that you are a good person, then I am not going to follow you. But we are conditioned in this country to follow those people. I share some of my successes. I've posted that I've owned multiple franchises. I've built multiple commercial buildings. I share stuff like that from a standpoint of trying to show you that if you visualize it, you can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I share stuff like that, but I certainly don't share that I just bought 100 Bitcoin. I certainly don't share big, large sums of money that I may or may not have. I do try to motivate people with certain things, but like for instance, when I sold my Hellcat, it wasn't about me owning a Hellcat. It was me about having faith in Bitcoin, and that in November of 22, that I felt we were close to the bottom, and I felt it so passionately. The thing that I love the most, I love muscle cars. My dad was a muscle car guy. I'm a muscle car guy. I share that, but I sold what I enjoyed, this asset, to buy 2 Bitcoin at 16.5 and 19.5. Yes, sharing those little tidbits, but I certainly don't try to suggest with every single post and every single piece of my fiber that I am somehow, I know more than you, and I have more money than you, and I'm wealthier than you, because I believe the most wealth comes from the heart. Wealth of the heart is way more important to me than wealth of the purse. And so it doesn't matter to me how much money you have or how much success you've had. What matters to me is your character. And you don't have to go back too far in people's lives to get an understanding of someone's character. What I can tell you point blank is I would love a forensic investigation of my character, who I am as a father, who I am as a husband, who I am as a friend, who I've been in business, the decisions I've made in business, the failures I've had in business. I talk about my failures in business all the time. There's no skeletons in my closet. I can speak openly about that. And everyone knows that I've been with my bride. We are high school sweethearts. And marriage is very difficult to navigate. You have to do it with concessions. You have to do it with listening, with love. But to be married and to be together for over 40 years is very difficult to do. And it's one of my greatest successes. So what I say to you is, please take a look at the character behind the PFP. Be careful of who you follow. Do your own research, DYOR, because subscribers and money do not define the person. Character defines the person. Think about that, chew on that, and I hope you have a great day. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.